Hey everybody, welcome back to Fallout 4. We are starting a new build today. It's going to be a vault. Now, this first episode is probably not going to be doing any sort of building, but it's going to be a tour and a little bit of I guess kind of like a description of the idea behind this build. Now, we are building in the Hangman's Alley area, which is obviously a settlement you can get in Fallout 4. And the story kind of starts here. As you can see here, we have a bunch of cars and they're all trying desperately to get to the Hangman's Alley area. And you see a bunch of skeletons on the ground there as well. Just a horde of people just desperately trying to get into our vault, which is located in the settlement. You can see here the barriers have been placed up. We've got cones and these sort of temporary barriers and skeletons in fatigues. So we also have this military APC. So we had basically the military blocking off this area. We have sort of cars crashing through the barriers and just general mayhem. So obviously when the bombs were about to fall or beginning to fall, there was a mad rush to get into this vault. So if we make our way past this little barrier here, you can see here where it's behind a fence and also another gate as well. So let's just go through. And we are greeted to this. Now, the main inspiration behind this vault is, I'm going to call it Vault 18, and the vault's here. And it's sort of built into these buildings here in this back alley, kind of hidden away. And the location is somewhat important because we are in close proximity to the major city, but we are sort of hidden away, but not so hidden away that people can't obviously get here or know where this vault is. And the whole idea of this vault is, it's basically, there's no nefarious sort of theme behind this vault. It literally is the vault that the rich people, the elites, even Vault Tech, CEOs and all the big bosses, this is where they want to go. Now, I'm not super familiar with Fallout 4 lore, if this exists somewhere in the Fallout universe, but I'm basically making my own version, so yeah, that's what this is. Now, if you look at this area around the actual settlement in Hangman's Alley, you can see we have some settlers. Now, I was sort of thinking about how can I kind of incorporate a settlement, and this vault as well. And I thought about this idea of these settlers are basically paid by the vault dwellers to protect the entrance to the vault, so that it can't be raided. We won't have problems with sort of super mutants and stuff like that. And so basically, these settlers here are being paid protection. And they're being paid with fresh water and food from the vault itself, from its hydroponics and whatever else. So as folks were loading into the vault here, as you can see here, we have these pods. Basically, the idea behind the pods was the administration or whoever's kind of running the site. That's kind of where they did their business. Maybe they had some desks and things set up, or maybe even some beds. But they were kind of like administration staff that were in there. And then obviously we've got containers for equipment and provisions and all that sort of stuff that kind of flow through back here. And so the settlers in this settlement have basically taken over the pods, the capsules, and they are living out of them and basically kind of just using the resources that are already outside the settlement. But yeah, basically their whole reason for being here is pure protection, to protect the vault dwellers inside the vault. So there's no way for them to get inside, because once you get through that door, if you get through the door, which is controlled by this console, then there's obviously going to have defenses down inside the vault that basically you wouldn't be able to get through unless you had lots of power armor or something. I don't know. But their job is to protect this entrance, and in the story of things, they are quite happy to do so. Now on this other side there is multiple entrances. I do have a mod called, what was it called? It was Smooth and Clear Settlements. It kind of cleans up the walls and things of these buildings, and I think in the vanilla game there was an entrance over here, but that is no longer available. But there's also one over here, but this one is blocked off with a wall. And we have some barbed wire. And we just have some sort of guard turrets up there to protect on this side. And on the other side of this wall is basically a bunch of skeletons where, you know, people were trying to climb over the walls as well. So that's just sort of to add to the look of things. Now it is quite a small settlement, and obviously, you know, I've sort of already gone through it all. But we can just quickly look inside the vault itself. Now this is another mod where you can actually build a vault within certain settlements. You can't build it anywhere. Basically they have a list of the vaults that, the settlements you can build the vault, but I'll have that the link of that mod inside the description now. So let's just quickly jump in and have a look. Okay, so this is a bit of a caveat. We basically, there's the elevator. I haven't actually started this proper, so this will be, the next episode will be kind of like the start of the build. And I've only done a little bit of sort of experimentation with this mod, so I don't know how intense I can take it. But yeah, basically you have this gantry walkway area, and this is basically where they put the workbench. So it's just a side room. And apart from that, basically the mod ends here, and you basically have to build out as like a normal settlement. So again, I haven't really explored this mod much. I'm assuming you can basically assign a whole bunch of new settlers down here. That'll be separate to the settlers in the Hangman's Alley settlement, but I'm not for sure. I guess we'll discover that soon. In any case, if that's the case, then the settlers up the top will probably keep them low up there, and then if I have to fill them out down here, then that's just what I'll have to do. And as you can see here, we just built a single hallway, and we are in a skybox. So yeah, that's as far as I got the vault thus far, but I kind of focused on the entranceway first and building the lore, the idea. I don't want to go too far into my idea with this this vault just yet in terms of what it's going to look like. I have some grand plans, and I haven't seen anyone kind of approach a vault like the idea I have in my head. So hopefully it turns out well. Hopefully I'm not just hyping up the idea. But yeah, I think this is super cool. It's kind of been a dream of mine for a long time to be able to do a vault build. So it's cool to start one up. So yeah, I don't know much more I can show on this episode. I just wanted to get out a little bit of I guess it's kind of like a little bit of a teaser for what might come in the future with the vault down here, this vault build. So I chose to call the vault Vault 18 because the number 18 is kind of a lucky number with several cultures. So I was just trying to choose a number that was kind of maybe hadn't been used before, which I'm pretty sure there is no Vault 18. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. And use a number that was kind of associated with luck. So it kind of sells the idea of the whole story behind this, where this is the vault where the lucky guys got to go. The ones that weren't subject to heinous experiments by Vault-Tec. So yeah, friends and maybe cousins and extended family tried their best to sort of get into this place, but then only enough room for the most elite of society. So yeah, it's just sort of a brief kind of story and I guess tour of this. Let me just turn that off. Of this vault. So obviously we've got a lot of stuff to do. The whole vault interior needs to be done, and to be honest, I'm not super happy about this exterior either. I kind of maybe want to delete a few of these pods and put in more sort of stuff related to hoarding, or you know, the, what do they call them, doomsday preppers, you know, the sort of, that sort of stuff, just to sell the look a little bit more, where they were basically, the people inside the vault were just sort of overcompensating for their needs, which kind of happens in real life. So yeah, just a short sort of tour video and just a little description of the inspiration behind this vault build. And you know, if you have anything to add, please leave it in the comments, and please subscribe if you want to follow this build along. I'm not sure when episode 2 will be coming out, but I do want to sort of have it in a condensed form, so do a lot of work off screen, just so we're not spending hours and hours with just me putting up vault walls or anything like that, because I think, you know, like the vault, I really like the sort of vault aesthetic, but it is quite repetitive, so I don't want to be spending copious amounts of time just on that. So I will try and make the videos more condensed with that sort of stuff, with time lapses and things like that. But yeah, other than that, I hope you like the kind of story behind this one. I am very excited to see where this one can go and what this vault mod can do. So that's what I'm going to explore in the future. And again, if you have any ideas or any questions or anything like that, just drop them in the comments below. I appreciate your likes and your subs. And yeah, thanks so much. Have a good day.